Hey Capricorn, we have a big full moon lunar eclipse happening in your third house of writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales. I think this is going to be a very exciting eclipse for you. Stay tuned. I got all the details. We're going to talk astrology, pull some tarots. I got you. So Capricorns, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So good to see you here. So the full moon lunar eclipse is happening in your third house of communications, Capricorn. And we know with full moons, we have illuminations, we can have epiphanies, we can have extraordinary insights into what we've been working on, what needs to wrap up, where we're heading next, all of these types of themes. So as an eclipse, though, we are dealing with energies of a completion, but it's not completion like, let's go cry in a corner. This is completion that's going to open up a whole new door for you once the North Node gets into Pisces in January 2025. And because this is in your third house of communications, you could be, suddenly busting through, ending a long-standing creative drought at this full moon lunar eclipse. The full moon is conjunct Neptune, which is a very creative energy. Yes, Neptune has some energies that are not so positive, like illusions, delusions, etc. But I think, this is kind of a benevolent area of the zodiac wheel for you. It's the third house. So that's a very creative house. It's really about our thinking and our communicating. So as I'm saying, I think you are maybe ending with this full moon lunar eclipse some sort of period of creative drought that could have even gone back to 2016 in September, or roundabouts, when we had a full moon lunar eclipse at almost the same degree as the one that is happening on the 17th and 18th of September. So you could be released from some sort of situation where you left something behind, okay? In 2016, you may be revisiting it now, or a different phase of it, to get re-inspired and to take more inspired action on it, in 2025 and early 2026 when the North Node is in Pisces. So, I feel this has enormous potential for you to kind of mentally reset yourself, especially in creative ways because of Neptune's involvement here. So whatever is creative for you, but it's probably going to be in the writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales area, or Piscean pursuits like creating perfumes, working with essential oils, anything to do with photography and film, screenwriting, all of those types of things, dance, performance, being an actor or actress, all of those types of things. So Capricorn, as you may know, if you've been watching my channel, I have Capricorn rising. And I'll tell you, in 2016, I had a creative break from the type of stuff that I had been working on. Not to get too personal, but I had a relationship end rather crazily, abruptly and disconcertingly. And it kind of put an end to the things I was working on because that person was kind of my creative muse. And that was in 2016. So I think this is interesting. I'm going to tell you, since the moon in Capricorn on Thursday, a couple days ago, I'm filming this the 16th, a couple days ago when the moon was in our sign, I don't know where it freaking came from, but I got song lyrics in my head. I used to write songs a long time ago. The lyrics, I can't write music. I don't know how. I was never trained in that. But as a poet, I've always been drawn to writing lyrics for songs. I had a flood. I have written 6 songs since Thursday. I'm going to discuss this more on the channel soon, so stay tuned for that and debut some of these songs for you. Anyway, my point here is you could have an enormous tidal shift in something that's deeply personal to you with your inner creativity, your creative life. Again, something that you have an epiphany about, you have a mindset shift about, So I think this can be a very powerful time of creative illumination for you. And it's just the beginning. We tend to think of eclipses as endings, as lunar eclipses, because they are. But remember, an ending can be of a drought, a dry spell, or a situation that we haven't been happy about. And something finally shifts, the ships come in, something cracks open, and we're on our way to a new adventure. Now, what else may be going on with this? It's not just creative. I am going to mention, if your transportation has been giving you problems, again, if this applies to you, if you have an old vehicle or an old motorbike or whatever, the third house does rule transportation. So there could be some sort of ending. If you're having problems with your transportation, maybe it's time to let that old jalopy go type thing. So that may be happening for some of you, and starting to accept that and wrapping your head around it. All right, I gotta have to buy, something new. It's getting to the point where pouring more money into it is just a losing battle. The other possibility is you could be closing a big deal. Third house, contracts, creative agreements, especially maybe something to do with your creativity, a publishing contract, big sales. Third house is, the gift of the gab that gets us the sale. So if you've been working on a big deal, there could be some good news for you. With that, again, closing out a chapter so then it can move forward to the next iteration of the connection. So very positive. If we want to look at it, in another way as well, remember, Neptune can be illusions and delusions, and the moon is conjunct Neptune. So there may be stuff brought up in kind of your consciousness of where you have been kidding yourself about a certain situation. Again, what have you been telling yourself about it? Have you been telling yourself fairy stories about something in your life? It doesn't necessarily have to be third house related. It could be with your home life because of the moon's involvement. It could be, something spiritually or something else going on for you. Maybe with your relationships, you have Mars opposite in Cancer now, opposite your sign. But there could be something you're telling yourself stories. Again, third house, your mind. So any place where you have not been real, where you've been kind of wishfully thinking about something, this eclipse may kind of bring it into your face a little bit of, okay, maybe I got to get a little more real and grounded about something in my life. Now, you are a very practical sign, okay? So, but because Cancer rules your 7th house, I think sometimes where Capricorns can get tripped up a little bit is in relationships, right? Because we don't give our time, energy, and heart to too many people. So when we do, ruled by Saturn, we take it damn seriously. So there could be maybe something like that, a little bit of truth that's coming out. It could be also that it's not coming from somebody else. It could be you're deciding, I just don't want to invest any more time in this. I've been kind of silly or delusional thinking that I really wanted this, or that this person was right for me, or whatever, right? So there could be something like that as well. As always, these are just general astrological vibes. A lot depends on your own chart. So always, apply the energies to your life. So Capricorn, let's get some tarot insights, my dear friends. Let's pull from this deck. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's Shadow and Light. I really like this deck. I like that it gives the flip side. It makes you think of opposites with energies. So I like that. So let's see what you need to know. But this could be, I really feel like you are on the cusp of a major, big shift in what you're focusing on, what you're focusing your mind, your energy, your essence on. And it's going to continue into 2025 and half of 2026. Big creative energies, bursts of genius. Uranus is also in very, very favorable alignment to this full moon. It's in your 5th house of creativity. So I'm telling you, Capricorn, I feel like a big tidal shift for you with your creative energies, especially. All right, well, let's see. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have generosity and egoism. Okay, so that's interesting. Number 3, which is, we're talking about your third house here, and number 3 came out. So the vibe I'm kind of getting is, you know, there's nothing wrong with having an ego. There's nothing wrong with wanting a little, oh, that was so great. You know, I mean, I say that to myself every day, you know. I'm like, oh, that was excellent. You did that. I mean, who else is going to be my cheerleader, right? I mean, the cat can't talk. So, you know, here I am. I'm like, okay, very good. I mean, you all are. You leave lovely comments for me. So thank you. I appreciate that. But I think there's something here like, you know, where are we creating from? You know, are we creating from just a soul place of ego? Or are we creating from a generosity of spirit? That we want to share our thoughts, our energies, our creations. You know, like I said, I don't think anything's wrong with the ego, you know, but if that is first, then in my opinion, if ego's first, I think the creation gets tarnished by that. I mean, my opinion about creativity here, it really is a generosity of spirit because we co-create with spirit. I mean, y'all involved in the creative fields, you know what I am saying. Like, it is sometimes like a direct channel, like that comes in and you're like, okay, I don't know where that came from, but thank you. Okay. I mean, we co-create our lives with spirit all the time, you know? So, and you know, what we're creating, it's a generosity of spirit, you know, that gifts us with ideas and inspiration and synchronicities. And of course, we meet them halfway because we get involved and we do the creating. And it's our generosity of spirit. You know, we want to make the world a better place. We want you to enjoy this song and maybe it'll make you happy or it'll remind you of somebody you love or I mean, whatever, right? We want to make this film to get people to think about things in a different way. So I think there's something here to maybe think about. I also feel too, with this third house, maybe you're shifting some of your mindset to, and again, nothing wrong with achievements or material things. Those are part of life. There's nothing wrong with those. But when they become a soul focus, as it can for Capricorn, I think that's part of the big Capricorn journey, is that Capricorns usually start out a very material focused and status focused. And while that I don't think ever truly goes away totally, I think part of the Capricorn journey is to put that in its place, to realize also the deep spiritual significance of why a Capricorn is here. And I think personally that Capricorn is really, can be a beautiful role model for that generosity of spirit. You know, when Capricorn does something purely for the challenge or whatever, and, you know, you're just doing it, you know, again, that creation with spirit for yourself. You're not thinking about, oh, I'm going to win the trophy at the end or whatever. Because, you know, Capricorns, we like our trophies. You're not even thinking about that. You're like, it's a personal challenge. Like, I want to try this. I'm interested in this. Let me see where this goes. And that is very inspiring to other people. Let's not forget that Capricorn is a leadership energy. And so I think instead of, you know, leading in the boardroom, which, nothing wrong with that, the Capricorn journey can be leading with spirit and inspiring people through the things you do. Not because you're trying to inspire them, but just because you put yourself out there and people are like, oh yeah, you know, I could do that too, or whatever. You get what I'm saying. So I think there's something here to even look at with your own journey in terms of being generous with yourself in what new thing would light up your mental space right now. What do you need to feel curious and inspired about your life, whether it's creative or not? I mean, whatever it might be. I think that is something that may be coming out for you right now. Again, I feel like this is a huge sea change for you. You're going to be going in a very inspired new direction. Be generous with yourself and your spirit to guide you. So I hope that's making sense. It made perfect sense in my brain, but let's see if the words that came out of my mouth adequately conveyed what I was thinking. All right, let's see Capricorns. Full Moon Lunar Eclipse for the Capricorns. Big energy shift. Let's see what we got. Capricorn. Oh, we have the moon. Wow. And we have the Six of Wands. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Eight of Coins in your heart. Wow. The Three of Wands. Wow. And another number 3. The Empress. We have 3 number 3s. Our original card and then these 2. Isn't that gorgeous? Because 3 is the number of alchemy, right? It's the alchemical changes. You put 2 things together, you get a third. So you and the universe come together and you create the third thing. This is gorgeous. So this full moon is here for you. If you have been in any doubts or fears or worries about your life, I mean, really about anything, Capricorn, what I feel, this full moon is going to help reset your mindset and move you in a more inspired direction. The Six of Wands. Let's not forget the Six of Wands is the guy on the horse. He's like, everybody's cheering him on. Like, it's awesome. So there is, like I said, I feel you're going to get some good news. Now, the good news could come within 6 days. As I said, I'm filming this the 16th. It'll be released today, maybe by the 22nd. Sometimes eclipses can have a window of opportunity. A few days this way, a few days that way. It can also come a month later. That's also a possibility sometimes. But I feel within this week, it could be, right? Some sort of good news that uplifts your spirits, that moves you away from doubts and fears about your future, right? And in your heart is this glorious Virgo. Beautiful. This 8 of Coins. So you are focused, you're on point. This is what I'm saying, like something shifting with your focus, like you're going in a new direction that's more inspiring to you, where you feel more a sense of power, control, leadership, and inspiration. Beautiful. And this is about building things. This is your 9th house of expansion and growing in new directions, especially also spiritually. Love this. And then we have a 3 of Wands, beautiful, of new endeavors, new ships coming on the horizon. Because again, you have made some sort of important shift in your thinking and in your spirit. And then we have the beautiful Empress here, which is your 5th house of creativity, as we were saying before, and nurturing new possibilities for yourself, like really pouring this energy into new ships, new adventures, new things coming for you on the horizon that you are excited to build, that you are the builder after all, that you are excited to work on, that you bring all of your beautiful energy and power to. And you are not afraid, because you're moving away from this energy of fearfulness. You are not afraid to put yourself out there, to be seen for whatever this is. Like the self-consciousness, the ego of, oh my God, well, will they like me? They won't like me, whatever. No, you're just like, you know what? Generosity. I'm putting it out there. Whoever likes it, likes it. Whoever doesn't like it, I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. So I think that's very freeing. There's something very liberating about this energy for me with you. And I do feel this is going to continue for you, as I said before, when the North Node even gets into Pisces. This is just the beginning of an exciting journey for you of creative energy. And the next 9 months in particular could be very potent, very wonderful. And I do think it is possible, maybe not at this moment, but eventually, like maybe within 9 months or by Pisces season next year, there could be some money that comes out or some offers that comes out of what you start shifting this week. Now that may look different for everybody, but it's a type of thing like maybe you decide, yeah, you know what? I'm not creatively blocked anymore. I'm going to start working on this screenplay, or I'm going to write this book finally. You could have the manuscript done, be ready to send to an agent. Somebody could start biting on it next year. I just feel the sense of floodgates opening for you in a very positive way with creative energy, creative juices flowing, feeling like so on point, seeing your future with bright horizons. I mean, that's this card, but it's also the 9th house, which is the 8 of Coins in your heart. Like new vistas opening up that excite you and move you forward, 6 of Wands, in brand new directions. And you're ready for this. This is being left behind, this moon of, I don't know, doubts, I'm questioning myself, whatever. And this is the other thing I'm going to say. Since we had that moon card, I just got a buzz. The moon represents Cancer energy. Mars is in Cancer right now, your opposite sign. So if there's any antagonistic energy that is not supportive of your creative endeavors or whatever it is you want to say, expand into and start exploring for yourself, pay no mind to it. I would suggest that you just leave it behind. Don't deal with it anymore, if that's possible. Sometimes it's family members. You got to still deal with them usually. But if it's some sort of relationship or friendship or colleague or something, remember, eclipse out those energies that are not supportive of where you see that Three of Wands vision for yourself of where you're heading. Do what you want. I'm not telling you what to do, but if that's in your life, it's just going to keep dragging you down. You have a very exciting, bright future with these energies. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So Capricorn, leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you with these energies. I would love to hear. You know how much I love you guys. If you feel like sharing the video with some other Capricorns, that would be great. It would really help my channel out. It's a simple, easy thing to do. Or hit that like button. It helps the YouTube powers that be recognize that my video is valuable and it pushes it out to more people, and it's a win-win. So thank you so much if you do that. Anyway, more videos coming. Exciting stuff for Capricorns. Capricorn, take care. I'll see you again soon. Love you. Stella Wilde, signing out.